Hi guys, it's Adam. I'm just in the middle of testing my N64 and oh my god, I think I've fell in love with these vintage video games. It's just awesome. I can't actually play it while I'm holding the phone using my hand to hold the phone. But yeah, it's awesome. I love this game as well. It's like, why don't we make video games like this anymore? Oh my god. That was close. Yeah, I can't believe they don't make video games like this anymore. I mean, the graphics are terrible on my massive TV here. But if it was on a smaller TV, it'd be much better anyway. So, but this game is awesome. It's called the Laylet Wars, I think. But yeah, pretty cool. So I'm going to get back to testing this, and then I will probably have a go on the Sega Mega Drive. So yeah, see you in a bit, guys. Hi guys, it's Adam, and today I'm going to talk to you a bit about some negotiation techniques. Some that I like to use, and some that are very, very well known. I'm actually only going to talk to you about two, because otherwise, if I do more than that, I'm just going to ramble and ramble and ramble. And these two are going to take me a bit to explain anyway, because I'm going to add a story to them as well. So the first one I want to talk about is the bundling technique. And that's probably being used right now as I speak by many people up and down the country. And there's many times I can tell you that this has worked. For example, with VHS tapes, people have said, I don't know why, but it seems to be VHS tapes I always do big bundles with, but when I'm buying them. But yeah, VHS, I seem to hear people say, look, give me 10 pence a VHS, 20 pence a VHS, and there's maybe a big box of 30 usually, and it probably would cost about £6, the big box. I'll say, well, what could you do on the lot? And they'll usually be very, very cheap. They'll usually say like, oh, give me £2 the box. And straight away, I don't even need to negotiate any further. I'm happy to take the box for £2, because at the end of the day, I'm usually getting a box with that as well. So I am quite happy with that. There's been a few instances where people have said, oh, I want £4 or whatever, but then you can negotiate from there. You know, the bundling technique is just to sort of help the flow of the negotiation and give you a little bit of leeway, and then you can negotiate from there, basically. There's been a few instances where a bundling technique has been quite hard, and people have just wanted too much for things, and we've gone back and forth, and you know, it's not really worked. I've never actually, well, I have walked away from a deal, but then I went back and ended up paying their price because I knew they were worth something, and it turns out they were worth something, but just not a great deal. But yeah, most of the time a bundle technique does work, unless people obviously are very stubborn and really don't want to let that item go. I got these books from, well, actually I didn't even use the bundling technique on these. Well, I sort of did, but I went up to the store. This was on Saturday actually. I went up to the store yesterday, and I went up to the store and I said, how much for your books? And then she automatically said, oh, you can take them for a bundle for £2. So, I mean, I didn't even do that, but, I mean, that was 20 pence a book, so I was happy with that. So, yeah, that's another example. I mean, every week I seem to use the bundle technique. Again, with this bush, I have tested this now as well. I've tested this, so. But with that bush, that got bundled in. And again, I didn't even initiate the bundle technique then. The guy said on his own, you know, he said, just take that with you. So sometimes people will be so happy about getting rid of stuff that they will just let you have things in a big bundle for, you know, cheap as chips, really. So it works both ways. And a lot of the time, people are really happy to oblige. Yeah, so that's that one. I mean, there's been loads of examples I can think of where I've used it, but I'm not going to go into every single one. So next is, I don't really know what you call this technique, but I use it anyway. And I suppose it's like, I suppose the lowball technique, we could call it. Say something's a fiver, right? And yeah, say something's a fiver, and you want it for, say, £3, maybe £3.50 maximum. So what you do is, what I do, and maybe not what you do, but what I do is, I'll go half the price. So say it's a fiver, I'll go £2.50. Say it's a tenner and I want it for £7, I'll go £5. So I'll do half the price. Again, so we'll stick with the fiver example. So it's a fiver, I want it for £3.50. I'll then say £2.50. So I'll half the price. I'll say I'll give you £2.50 for it, and then they'll automatically go £4, maybe £3.50. So then say they go £4, you step up to £3, right? So then they're £4, you're £3. Now you want it for a maximum of £3.50. So then you just say to them, let's meet in the middle, £3.50. Done. And they will usually accept. The other way of going about it is, you know, for example, you may say £2.50, and then they'll actually go all the way down to £3.50, and then you say meet in the middle, and then you get it for your £3. And I can't count the amount of times that's worked. So basically, just offer them half the price. Now there will be loads of people. There'll be loads of people who will be so stubborn. Who'll be like, no, I want 10 for it, or you know, say it's a £10 item, and you've said £5. Then they're not even gonna entertain the idea of negotiation. They will just say £10, it's £10, that's it. But I mean, a lot of the time you're just gonna have to walk past those people anyway. I had one of those people on yesterday actually, and they wanted £10 for something, and it was a sealed book box set, and it was only an Enid Blyton one. It probably would have got me £20 at most. So you know, I wasn't really gonna pay a tenner for that. So yeah, and you just have to walk past those people. You know, it just comes with the job, really. But yeah, it does work, this sort of going half the price. I don't even know whether it's actual technique, but I certainly use it. I think I've heard people use it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's sort of an art of negotiation again. So yeah, what you do with that one, as I say, is you half the price, and then they hopefully they will sort of flow the negotiation back down to you, if you like. So it's quite cool. And I'm trying to think of another example where I've used it actually, but there's quite a few examples. Actually, yeah, I got those Wonderful World of Reading books for £3.50. She wanted a fiver, and I said, did I say £2.50 or I said £3? I ever started off saying £2.50 or £3, and then she went down to £4, and then I said meet in the middle. Yeah, I think I started at £3 actually that time. Started at £3. She then said £4, and I said meet in the middle at £3.50, and I was happy to pay between, again, around the £3.50 mark. So that's a sort of instance where it's worked as well. But I'll leave it there, guys. We're getting on with 7 minutes now, so I just wanted this to be a quick video, really. There's not much point in this video. I just thought it'd be quite cool to talk about some of my experiences with negotiation, and I don't think anyone's really done an in-depth video about negotiation of what I remember anyway. So I'll leave it there, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.